as a three-point shooter while he was here, right? Those type of things. If you can get Leonard Miller to become more of a 35, 36-ish percentage three-point shooter, doesn't even have to be on high volume, just enough to keep defenses honest. That's a really good thing. Now, he's averaging 1.5 three-point attempts per game. So even at him shooting, the percentage that he's shooting, he's not taking a whole bunch of them. Over the last 5 games, though, he is taking 3.5, so take that for what you will. He is taking more. The percentage isn't really improving, so you want to see that one. But the guy's a really good defensive rebounder. 4 of his 6 rebounds are defensive rebounds, which are really good. He's not fouling a whole lot, which is something you look at for, young bigs and those type of things. Leonard Miller has been really, really good for the Chicago Bulls, and you just can't deny it. And, it's one of those things to where at 22 years old, if Leonard Miller keeps progressing the way that he is progressing, and even as a bench player, it's a pretty good, solid production for a player off the bench. Now, let's flip it and look at Rob Dillingham's last 5 games. 14 points per game, 2.8 rebounds, 4 assists per game as well. He's shooting ball both 50% from the field, 40% from three-point range, which is really good. He's averaging a steal and a half per game, and he's averaging only 1.6 turnovers per game. That's one of the biggest things that knocks on Rob Dillingham is the turnover to assist ratio over his career has been bad. He's starting to improve that with more confidence and more play. He's starting to improve that. So with both those guys playing and looking really good for the Chicago Bulls, the question that becomes about it is that if both these guys are bench contributors next year for the Chicago Bulls, what does that then look like? How do we reframe and relook at that Ayo Dosunmu trade? And like I said, I'll never look at it as necessarily a win. I always turned himself, like next season, if he plays the way that he played this year for the Chicago Bulls, next season with the Minnesota Timberwolves, he will be a 6th man of the year candidate. He was never going to be that in Chicago with the fact that we weren't a winning team, but he has the chance to really do that, right? Now, I want to throw this one to you guys, right? I get it. The mailbag isn't necessarily tomorrow, but I want to hear from you guys on this one. If Leonard Miller and Rob Dillingham, what would you need to see production-wise? And in reality, don't start saying, I need to see 16 points per game from Rob Dillingham and 17 points per game from Leonard Miller. You want to get over 30 points per game from 2 players? Come on, bro. Like 2 players that are going to be like realistic projections for those guys, right? Roll, stat projection. What do you need to see from those guys next year to make you feel a little bit better about that Ayo Dosunmu trade? Let me know what you guys think on that overall down below.